All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the crypto gaming markets. And today I'm going to be going over my top crypto gaming projects for 2023. Last week, I talked about my top 5 overall tokens that I'm looking at in 2023. Today, we're going to do it in a little bit of a different style. Today, I'm going to run you through it in 3 categories in terms of tokens, in terms of platforms, and in terms of games. So I'm going to give you a couple in each category. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like the video and subscribe down below for more every single day here on Crypto Banter. As well, shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. Animoca Brands, the biggest Web3 gaming company in the world. ImmutableX, the absolute leader as far as onboarding gamers. And, I would just say the amount of games that are flocking to the platform is undisputable. The leading platform in building Web3 games on Ethereum. Unix Gaming, the leading Web3 gaming infrastructure, and Myria, the top L2 and studio platform in the space. Let's go ahead and dive into it now. So let's take a look at my top crypto gaming projects moving into 2023. And I want to kind of start at the top of the line. We're not going to talk about Bitcoin today, but we'll throw Ethereum on here because Ethereum is undisputedly in this category. They power the NFT market. They power a majority of the L2s and the chains in crypto gaming. So obviously Ethereum is going to be in this mix. Ethereum will be one of the tokens. Polygon, undisputed as well. The amount of partnerships, real world business, and inside of crypto gaming. I mean, Metalcore looks completely solid. We have Dead Drop from Dr. Disrespect coming in. And ever since they got Ryan Wyatt on, he used to be with YouTube Gaming. They are doing so much, and the amount of partners that they have acquired over this last year speaks volumes. And there was a recent article about Ryan that I think is real. It was definitely worth a read. And I don't know if it was like Cointelegraph or something like that interviewed him or put it together, but definitely was good to look at because he's had a big part as far as pushing forward not only their gaming side, but a lot of their partnerships, as well as, Ethereum and Polygon. Let's dig into the true crypto gaming projects, right? Actual in the trenches, like building games, studios, infrastructures, blockchains inside the space. And let's start off with Vulcan Forge. Everyone knows I love Vulcan Forge. Studio platform, DEX, blockchain, building 12 different games and incubating tons different games coming onto the Elysium blockchain. They have their node snapshot here in just 5 days. So when you look at the timeline on Christmas, if you have between 2,000 to, I believe, up to 64,000 PYR tokens, you will be able to get in on the node sale here, which is, being a validator of the blockchain here for the Elysium blockchain. And they were number 22 in NFT marketplaces and number 78 in exchanges as of last week. Very impressive numbers as far as what their ecosystem is producing. And with Jamie Thompson and Anthony Scaramucci, I think there's a lot coming for Vulcan Forge in the future. And I'm very bullish on Vulcan Forge, especially at this market cap and at a fully diluted of 146 million. I'm willing to get behind that for the future. We talked about Ultra on yesterday's video. And yes, Ultra is going to make it onto my top crypto gaming projects for 2023. All in all, it's just like the Steam of crypto gaming, but with all the benefits of Web3 smashed into it. And I think that that's the best way that you can push forward a platform for distribution and getting mass exposure into Web3 games. And not only Web3 games, they're actually incubating Web2 games as well. They have an NFT marketplace. They're going to have Ultra games as well as their tournament and esports platform. So lots going on under the hood, not behind the hood, under the hood for Ultra. And then we have SuperVerse. And SuperVerse, I know a lot of people have wanted me to talk about it, and I'm super excited to see what Elio's doing, kind of revamping the brand a little bit. So Superfarm has rebranded guys over to SuperVerse. And I think that, where we're seeing it right now at an $86 million market cap, this is definitely one, as the market plays out. And guys, right at this moment in time, I do think we're going to go lower. I think that this economy is going to play out a little bit. We're going to see the pain of the recession. The S&P has not bottomed. The markets, the real estate bubble hasn't popped. The debt crisis hasn't popped. So that's kind of like my overview of the markets just quickly. But over the course of 2023, there's going to be these opportunities to get in on these top projects and really make potentially, crazy gains on the other side. And this is never financial advice, but I am giving you my lens of my top projects. And so far we have talked about Ethereum, Polygon, Vulcan Forged, Ultra, and now SuperVerse. Now SuperVerse, obviously Elio Trade's just rebranded it from Superfarm over to SuperVerse. And he's building Imposters and GigaMart. So if you don't know, GigaMart, supporting creators with a sustainable future for creators, enforcing royalties for all of their native marketplace. Really, really awesome experience, marketplace aggregation, customizable dashboard. So I really love the rebrand and what they're doing with GigaMart, as well as Imposters over with SuperVerse. So definitely look out for everything going on with SuperVerse going into 2023. And then Theta. Theta is truly paved their way as the Twitch of crypto gaming. Twitch, obviously the main streaming platform of all games. But for actual Web3 purposes, if you want a Web3 streaming experience, this is where you go to actually have that experience. And it's really awesome to see that people are actually creating content here. And do they have the craziest amount of viewers at this moment in time? No. And do they have, well, they do have a fantastic amount of users. Let me take that back. But they don't compete with Twitch at this very moment in time. But I do think what Theta is doing and pushing content forward and actually giving content creators that power to, monetize their content and use Theta's platform to be able to do that. I think there's a lot of potential for this. And I think whenever Web3 actually mass adopts to the level that we all think it will, I think that this will absolutely explode. So Theta is on my list as well, looking into the next year. And then let's get into some low caps. A couple of low caps to look at going into 2023. Wasder, social platform. They have these season passes that kind of give you access to different games and challenges and ecosystems. Thomas and the team over there are doing a lot. 1 million+ downloads on the Google Play Store already. They have not only Web3 games, but Web2 games as well. And this is just an all-around platform that kind of lets you connect with people, build a profile, find your favorite games, leave reviews, all the good stuff. As far as a social gaming platform, Wasder offers that. And when you look at Wasder right now, you're looking at, what's the market cap at the moment? A $17 million fully diluted market cap. This is one I absolutely am watching and I'm looking to getting into the next bull run. And then let's get into also RMRK. So RMRK, that's what I call it, but RMRK. This is kind of more of a play on the Kusama and Polygon ecosystems. It's very closely linked to those ecosystems. So RMRK is going to make my list here, as well as $17 million market cap. Funny, they both have the same market cap. The fully diluted market cap on both Wasder and RMRK are 17 million. And I think that these are my two low caps that I'm really, really looking at throughout this bear, to really accumulate at the end of this bear market and load up for the next run. Because I think these have a lot of explosive potential on the upside. And I almost think RMRK is, like I said, it's kind of a leveraged play on Polkadot and Kusama. So I'm really bullish on RMRK. And then let's talk about Seedify. Seedify has taken quite a bit of a hit, still at a $96 million market cap. And I think that when the bull run comes around, it's undisputed that we're actually going to see accumulation on projects within their launchpad. People are going to want to get back in those IGOs, and it's going to be like, yeah, I agree. The market will be down in 2023, but I'm telling you, these are the projects to watch throughout the year for future accumulation. That is the point of the topic. Absolutely, I talked about earlier in the video. You can rewind, and I literally said that the market I think is going to go lower, and I think we haven't seen the worst of it. But going into it, these are my top projects for 2023 to look out for. Yes, exactly. And the thing is, gaming will kick straight away whenever markets start to turn, or it will come, or will it come later? So it's going to be like the traditional cycle. And Sheldon talked about this earlier on his show, actually, today. It goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum to the top alts to the small cap alts. Like, you're going to have time. And if you just watch the market and you get in on those quality projects, no matter what the market cap is, if you have a strategy, you're going to come out on the other side on top. And with Seedify, for example, you see all these projects launching, but you have the TBA behind them. So to be announced on the dates to come on whenever these are going to launch. So Seedify will wrap up the token portion. So just to recap, the tokens I'm really looking out for in the crypto gaming sector this year: ETH, Polygon, Vulcan Forged, Ultra, SuperVerse, Theta, Wasder, RMRK, and Seedify. The platforms I most have my eye on this year. ImmutableX, obviously shout out one of our sponsors of our show, but genuinely speaking, every brand they're onboarding is top tier. Obviously, with the games you see with Undead Blocks, they have Illuvium, they have Ember Sword, they have the GameStop marketplace. They have Delicium. That we've talked to Delicium here on the show. They have Gods Unchained, one of the most OG games in the space as far as Web3 gaming goes. And I think that everything that Robbie and the team over there is top notch. So really looking forward to seeing the continued evolution for Immutable. And the only reason that the Immutable token and the Gala token, Gala Games, is also on my platform to watch this year, obviously because of the, I think, 20 games now that they're launching, the film and music platforms. But just full disclosure, with their tokens, they both have a pretty big disparity right now between their market caps and fully diluted and the circulating supply. Some upcoming unlocks potentially for ImmutableX as well. Annabelle. So there's a little bit of token. Why is Gala crashing? So a little bit of tokenomics issue. Gala is cheap, but why is Gala crashing right now? Gala, they have max supply issues. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of uncertainty in the markets as well. It's a condition of the entire markets and money getting out and money liquidating and getting into cash, getting into stables, moving it into Bitcoin. But genuinely speaking, until we get a bull run, tokens that have, Gala or even Immutable with a big disparity in the market caps, we're going to have to wait for a bull run until those unlocks or those supply issues kind of hash out. How much lower do I think Gala will go? I mean, looking at Gala, I believe it's like 1 cent, 1.9 cents right now. If we see the circumstances of the market of like a 12K Bitcoin, we could definitely see it closer to 1 cent or even lower. But I really don't expect to see that happen, at least in the short term. It just depends on how long this bear market plays out. And you just have to have a strategy. But right now, Gala is not in my DCA strategy. Just to be full disclosure, Gala is not a part of my DCA strategy at this very moment in time. And actually, the Vulcan Forge nodes are different, right? But the only things I'm actively looking forward to DCAing into and am DCAing to at this very moment in time are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon, actually. But these are the projects I'm most looking forward to, in the next year to be able to eventually get in and accumulate as far as tokens. And then the platforms, Immutable and Gala. And then the games that I'm most looking forward to. Now, this is obviously the most fun part. I can't wait to eventually hop in Shrapnel, for example, and actually show you guys some gameplay, be able to hop in here, some competitive PvP. We can get some banter games going, for example. First-person shooter on the Avalanche Network, top-tier team, won the most anticipated game award at the Polka Starter Game Awards as well. So really looking forward to Shrapnel, really looking forward to Illuvium. Because their private beta for their overworld, the just open world gameplay looks fantastic. And then Dead Drop from Dr. Disrespect. I want to see more. I want to see more map development. I want to see more gameplay development. And Unioverse caps off one of my most exciting projects, because looking at the gameplay for Unioverse, which they haven't showed much. They haven't shown much of the gameplay, but the gameplay here looks very, very solid. And as we're seeing, the scaling, the buildings, just the way that the detail of these characters. Team is from Pirates of the Caribbean, Grand Theft Auto. We had them here on a show as well. So I think that this has a ton of potential going into 2023. I'll answer a couple more questions in the chat really quick before we get out of here, as that's going to wrap up my tokens, platforms, and games that I'm most looking forward to in 2023. UFO gaming. So UFO gaming, I think, is almost like the meme coin of crypto gaming. And I think it's a subject of the market, because if the market turns bullish, then UFO gaming probably will fly. We've seen it before. I've seen UFO gaming do multiple X's in the bull market. And I've also seen, UFO gaming do a 40% in a day in the bear market one time. So definitely has potential. I see that in ApeCoin as kind of the meme coins of the gaming market. That's not a bad thing, but I think that they do have a lot of potential whenever the market comes back around. As of now, not one I would be actively DCAing into. Unioverse on what platform? So right now, you can follow them at, I believe it's the Unioverse or Play Universe. You can find their Twitter. They're verified. Just look up Unioverse on Twitter, for example. And yeah, the Unioverse. It's right on the screen. Duh. That's on me. But yeah, Unioverse, you can check out their website. Right now, they're doing exclusive launches up to their first mint. And the game's not live yet. So this game is not live yet. They're doing exclusive launches leading up to their mint. Very cool process. They're kind of gamifying it. So really cool to see that as well. GOG, yeah. Another one that's kind of having some token unlocks upcoming, but very small cap token that I think, eventually does have a lot of potential. But I don't like to, at this point in time, I don't like to bank on individual game investments. I don't like to bank on certainly individual game investments at this time. I think that backing projects like a SuperVerse, who has GigaMart and Imposters, Vulcan Forged, who has 12 games, for example. Let's just say even Gala with 20 games coming to the platform. Ultra, the Steam of crypto gaming. We have Polygon with all the partners. So those are the types of projects, if you notice, the theme of all of the projects that I'm picking, they incubate and distribute multiple projects. So you're not banking on one game, but you're banking on tons of games moving forward. What's my take on Star Atlas? I hope that they're everyone had that FUD, and there was, kind of confirmation of the FUD about their runway, the money that they have for the project in the future. But I think Star Atlas will be able to take care of it. And I think that if they can make it, it's going to be a big transcender upwards for the crypto gaming market going forward. Them, Illuvium, Shrapnel, they hold a lot in their hands, because if they can kill it and make it and bring more gamers to this side, then the industry will be better for it. So I hope that their runway issues work out. I'm still bullish on Star Atlas. Their showroom does look really good. Altered State Machine. Yeah, Altered State Machine's doing a ton. ASM and that entire ecosystem is doing a whole lot. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I love answering the chat. I'll do this at the end of every show moving forward, actually. I'll do this at the end of every show moving forward, actually. But be sure to drop down and hit the like button if you enjoyed this show, and subscribe for more content here every single day on Crypto Banter. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition here on In the Game. As always, play well, my friends.